Hail. And hail. Welcome, everybody, and welcome to the Grand Gazpacho Phlegm, where things tend to happen. Huh? Things can happen. Yep. I've recently changed my build around here and there. Just a tiny touch. Okay. Tiny touch. I moved some points from here to there and back again. Yes, sirree. I'm using more intelligence to support explosiveness. Power armor, explosive, flim-flam. Nerd rage, explosive. My chest piece is the emergency protocol, which should keep me alive, but it doesn't really keep you alive. To make it balanced, there's tons of splash damage. You can't just sit there and let the thing explode in your face. You really have to get some distance on him. There's lots of responsibility. It's almost like being in a bloodied build. You have to be careful. Many factors. Many a factor, people. Many a factor indeed. Ew. Yes, sir. Oh, yes. Hail, Melissa, and welcome. Yeah, so I was looking at the last stream, and it was kind of cutting out. It wasn't very smooth. It would get into action and then all of a sudden have problems, and that's because of several things. One, I increased the resolution of the textures in the game from high to ultra the other day. And even though you couldn't really tell a difference, it took a big performance hit. And I had it set to 60 frames per second, so now I have it set to 30 frames per second. So it should run a whole lot smoother. Yeah.
Freedom is the sovereign right of every American.
Freedom isn't free. It's just a hefty flim-flam fee. And if you don't pay up your $1.05, who will? Yeah. Freedom isn't free. Well, there's a hefty flim-flam fee, girl.
Communist detected on American soil. Lethal force engaged.
Freedom costs $1.05. Freedom costs $1.05, girl. Hello. Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage. Peter Dink.
All Americans are created equal and are endowed with certain
Peter
unalienable rights.
Dinklage, Peter Dinklage.
Democracy with non-negotiable.
Help me. Help me. See that? I killed myself. Over some garbage.
I am.
You think you're immortal, but you ain't.
I am.
You ain't immortal.
America will never fall to
The
communist
danger is hot
invasion.
and heavy. It's dangerous. All this flim-flam is dangerous, I'm telling you. You can't let your guard down. The second you start throwing 30 orbital strike beacons, and bad news. Bad news, McGee. So let's try this thing out. I'm just rocking and rolling. I just hopped in the game. Normally I don't just start playing, but I'm trying to see where I'm sitting, how I'm feeling. Got my honey, orbital strike beacons. Oh my gosh. I have no mini nukes. Bunch of flim flam. Toxic water, toxic goo, purified water, berry mentat. Let's go.
Embrace democracy, or you will be eradicated.
You really got to be careful. And I think it's important if I had maybe a 2-shot explosive minigun, 50 cal, whatever. 2-shot explosive 50 cal would be wonderful. I used to have that. and I think I lost it. Remember that a long time ago? A long time ago. I'm using a fat man on the side. I have a fat man on the side, but I tried to swap to it and didn't have it.
Hail!
Embrace democracy, or you will be
You just have to be careful.
eradicated.
You know, you think you don't have to be that careful, but oh boy, you do. It's ridiculous. It's sort of ridiculous. I'm using, you know, all the things I gotta use, but still, I could easily kill myself, even though I have the emergency protocol chest on. Watch. I mean, look how much damage I just took. I mean, it didn't kill me, mind you. But, I mean, come on. Which means I probably need other things over here to help me not die. Or to help me if I do die. It's just, I kind of took away some of my luck. I can't really do that right now. Yeah. Let's go back around the world and do some flim-flam things. Let's check out my stats right now. I took some bobblehead garbage last session. I don't know if it's... Yeah, it's still there. An hour left for the bobblehead. See that? For the explosive bobblehead. That's probably why I'm killing myself. Movement speed plus 25. What in the world? Under 20% life, you're supposed to take less damage by 50% and move faster, but the movement speed is capped at 20%. Targeting matrix increases my VATS accuracy by 10%. But we have no magazines, so let's just check out these magazines. There's a magazine to avoid explosive damage. Kind of sad, really. But you have to take that. I could take a Fury to avoid some damage, you know. Give me like some defensive flim. Or Psychotats. I only have 2 of them though, but 15% damage resistance sort of thing. Let's see here. There it is. 30% chance to avoid damage from explosions. So I have to use that. Okay. And now I'll be going all the way up and over and clearing out some flim-flam. I don't know how many 40mm rounds I have, but I'll do my darndest. I'll do my darndest. Gazpacho flim. Once I get to a situation.
Greetings, members. Anyone interested in a gift from on high in exchange for a little triangulation should proceed to the coordinates we provided.
Ideally,
That is all.
it should be really, really economical on the ammo use, especially once adrenaline kicks in, because in theory it just should take a couple little
Victory detected on American soil.
flop flop fizz
Lethal
fizz.
force engaged.
It shouldn't just go flop flop flop, and it's dangerous. You have to be really responsible here.
No connection still.
I hate how
Just take the hint.
I hate how bad guys can see grenades. You know, 2 legendaries. Do you hate that? Weapon's about to break. Yep. There's no Tinkerer's Workbench here. I know of. About to level up to 693. So there's a chemistry here. There's nothing too close by. This probably won't get him, you know, because it's like the downward strike. Might get some splash damage on him. We'll find out. See? People under the shelter didn't get affected. I control the Kolvak Maldoon. I control the Kolvak Maldoon.
Communist detected on American soil.
I would
Lethal
say
force
getting the
engaged.
recipe for this grenade is what you kind of want. I control the Kolvak Maldoon. Let's see here. I have nothing. I have nothing. Pulse mine. Kill me. Shazam. Come and get it, Bosco. It worked. By crumb, it worked. Catch. Okay, mines are kind of interesting. Catch it. Oopsie. Don't shoot
Engaging
it.
red Chinese aggressors.
Yeah. Yeah, what do I got? A bunch of nothing, huh? Mutant's Fat Man, blah, blah, blah. Throwing knife 5, whatever. All I need is one knife.
Communist detected on American soil. Lethal force engaged.
Engaged, gauged. Lovely.
Victory is assured.
Yeah. Okay. No Tinker's Workbench here, so we have to suffer for a while. Let's get this screw here. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me about the eye tracker. I turn it off whenever I'm not streaming.
Communist detected on American soil.
I have the background
Lethal
music turned a
force
bit lower,
engaged.
and I increased the in-game music a bit. So now that other music is sort of like layered back there a bit. And it's broken. Well, it's broken. That's about it. Let's go up in here. I don't need to make ammo. It's just broken. Let's go fix it, and then I'll use it in the burrows while we can. Because we have to kind of play the game for about an hour. You know, I have that buff active. Yeah. Okay, let's repair my weapon. I'll be moving my points around soon enough. doom dap doom ba doo flip with a soup bop boo doom flip. Doom bop boom boo doom flip with a boom ba doom flip with a shooting da doom flip with a boom bop boom da doom flip. Da ba doom ba da boom flip. I can get rid of most of these mutations here, I think. Okay. I can keep marsupial. I can keep eagle eyes. I can keep bird bones. I can keep adrenal reaction. But I don't need twisted muscles. Okay? Because I don't want to use class freak. Instead of class freak, I'm going to put on something else.
Core systems.
I'll be putting
Initializing.
on luck of the draw to make my weapon repair itself. If I have more intelligence, I'll give myself some gunsmith in the future. Alright, let's keep on going. If I don't use luck of the draw, I could totally use, something to keep me alive. I'm using VATS quite a bit, so I could use Grim Reaper Sprint. If I did that, I could use... I'll take off... Well, Action Boy's pretty important. I'll put on Dodgy to absorb my AP. We'll see what's up with that. We'll see. We shall see. I'll get the AP back. I'll get the AP back. It'll give me motivation to do all kinds of flimsy sort of activities. I have some honey. I have orbital strike beacons that I don't need equipped right now. Oh, yes. I'll put something else that helps me. Just a tiny bit. And one more thing that might help me. Just to maintain. Orange Mentat's always pretty helpful. We're not going to worry about that right now. Just a couple things. Nothing. Alright. Run over here for 5 seconds. Plop down my Tanaruni. And pick up some of these nuka grenades or something. I hope I didn't get rid of them all. I used some crowd grenades, how about that? And baseball grenades, wouldn't that be fun? Yeah. And Molotov cocktails. Nuka grenades. Plasma grenades for show, faux show. I do have Ordnance Express on. Pulse grenades will get me killed, but we'll just do what we gotta do. I'll be a flim-flam throwing fool. Oh, those tomahawks do weigh quite a bit, but we could move some stuff back. We have all kinds of nonsense on us, like this pistol, and this crossbow, and this fat man, and the pitchfork. So now we could just play with what we got. And as I continue, I'll lose more weight over time. So I got my grenade launcher, which will repair itself slowly. And I'll slap in some, Molotov cocktails for fun and profit. And I'll transpose those. I'll put the honey over here in number 8. Okay, and over here I could put one more grenade of some variety. I could swap back and forth too. How about those plasma grenades I am able to make? So you kind of have to use them, you know? Kind of have to use them. Between Molotov cocktails and plasma grenades. But no tomahawks, huh? I think we should use some tomahawks as well. So I'll put tomahawks as number, let's say 3, 4, 5. I'll make tomahawks be my number 5. And now we're good to go. Equip it, and let's launch into the tunnels of Flim Flam. Yeah. Hey there, Harney Hoodjay. Is her name Harney Hoodjay? Harney Hoodjay. Yes, I do have a job. So, yeah, Mr. Rogers on TV. What does Mr. Rogers do? Let's say a person's complaining about Mr. Rogers. All you do is just take your shoes off and talk about your stupid train set and talk to the mailman. I could do that. You know? But you're not. So there you go. Wake up. I don't think you trust in my...
Embrace democracy, or you will be eradicated.
Self-righteous gabahoo, hey. Careful. Careful, Annie. Careful, Annie. This way, you Bosco man. Follow me. Oh! Harney Hoojay.
Online.
Harney
Audio
Hoojay.
functionality test. Initialized.
Oh, sorry. Hoodhay. Harnya. Was it Harnya? Hoodya? Is it Harnya Hoodya? Or is the D silent? I think the D silent.
Engaging Red Chinese aggressors.
You gotta be careful with this garbage, you know? You can't be all crazy with it too much. I was having a bit too much fun. It's a delicate procession. Hanya Huja. Don't be ashamed of your birth name. Don't be ashamed of your birth name. Okay? Boom, sicka, boom, sicka, boom, sicka, boom. I have to go bare arms. There we go. Anya, who is ya? Is it Dutch? Is it a Dutch name?
Gain is assured.
Hail, hail, and hail. Are you from Dutchland? Are you from Deutschland? Germany? Oh, yes. Run away. Should probably put Grenader on. Yeah, I'm gonna put Grenader on. Boop, 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 yeah. Rocking and rolling. Be careful, young Padawan. Whenever I swap builds, it's kind of rough for a bit because I don't have all the perks in the right spots, but it takes me about a day or two, and then it becomes golden, and then I swap right out again.
What do we have here? A brand new member of the inner circle.
See, I knew
Welcome.
it.
Thank you for becoming a supporter.
I
of
knew,
the channel.
I knew it was a Dutch thing. Harnya Hoodja. Harnya Hoodja. You know. I get the sense about people.